Alright, so hello everybody. My name is Waxy, and today I wanted to show you guys the new Lavos Augment, which is Balance Formation against Profit Taker. So, this augment is actually really nice because you can pretty much get yourself any element you want on your weapon, and it can be very useful against Profit Taker. Um, just note, before we start, that you do not have a singular element on your weapon, so you don't have like a heat, cold, electric, or toxin mod. It's like, for example, on this build, I have a cold mod. You see, I have some cold damage, just base. If you have some sort of like base elements on your weapon, this augment isn't going to help you as much because you'll simply be combining elements. So, for example, if you want to get yourself toxin damage on Profit Taker and you have cold built in, what's gonna happen is get that you're gonna get yourself that toxin buff, and you're just gonna get yourself viral damage. I think it's cold and toxin. So if you're gonna be making a build, just make sure you have a very high, not very high. Just make sure you have combination elements or just the base physical elements. So slash, puncture, and impact. So here I made a little change to my build. So I just took out the cryo mod and I just put it on serration mod, and I'm gonna just show you guys how it's going to handle in Profit Taker. Alright, so quickly before we continue, one thing I found out during my run is if you have a
As ready as you
combination
will ever
element,
be.
so in this case I have viral on my primary, if I have this combination element and Profit Taker has the cold shield, for example, if I try using my abilities to get cold onto my weapon, it's just going to combine into viral. So the way you do that is I have this little build here. Again, don't actually use this, but like this is just for demonstration purposes. If I have cold and toxin on my primary, if I see Profit Taker have these two elements, what you do is you swap to your secondary, and you just have a combination element that doesn't use any of those previous two elements. So if I had toxin and cold on my primary, I just don't run a combination element that has those elements on my secondary, so that I can get myself a lot of uptime. And on secondaries, it's really nice because you can get yourself uh these high elemental damage mods. Uh, if you plan on using shotguns for some reason, just FYI, I don't think shotguns are necessary to play because you got the electricity mod here as well. But if you're gonna be running it on your secondary, then that's going to give you some trouble. So I think you should just like stick to rifles, I guess. But I mean, it's up to you, right? It's up to you what you run. Alright, so I'm here loading into Profit Taker, but just before we start, I just want to point out that I'm not really good at actually farming Profit Taker, so if I'm gonna throw a little bit, going to have some bad gameplay here, that's my fault, but I'm just here showing off the
Like
augment.
it. Once that mother hits the
There we go, we
overcharge radius, we're done for.
got
No
the orb.
second chances.
Now I only have corrosive on this
There
turret.
she is.
Alright, so we got a physical element, so I can't do anything against that. Again, physical. If I had physical on my turret, I would be able to deal some damage, but again, I don't have it. So here we got heat, so I'm gonna hold 4. I'm gonna use any of my abilities. And I'm gonna use the turret, on which I only have corrosive, and I'm able to damage Profit Taker. And then we got electric, so whatever, just use that. Photo is not working. Wait, what? I just realized I have so many. I did keep it, so viral. Um, viral orbs. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's like inconsistent or is it just me throwing or something. Oh, maybe the electric damage went into like my corrosive. think that could be a thing. Radiation. There we go, the shield is down.
Focus your upwing weapons on the orb. Compromise the exoskeleton of the legs, and then work your way to the torso.
Take this. I think my electric, when I try doing the electric damage there, I think it just combined into my like corrosive damage. I think that's what happened, although I'm not actually sure, so.
Heads up, Sparky.
Yeah. Also, when it comes down to the augment, I've noticed that strength doesn't work on it, so you cannot get yourself like a higher damage buff. Duration does work, so normally the buff is like 20 seconds, but I got some duration mods, so it's a little longer.
Whatever you're doing, it's working.
Other than that, my Lavos is just literally the augment and just survivability mods. Because I never played Lavos before this, just so you know. Oh yeah, I have purple memory card. Okay. I just hope my teammate carries here a little bit. He's down. Just shoot his face a little bit. Alright, so if I was thinking correctly, if I get toxin now, I don't think it's gonna work, is it? Yeah, it doesn't work either. I think it's just my it's like going into my corrosive, you know? I think that's what's happening. So what all do we have now? We have cold. I don't have cold on this weapon, so it should work. Yes, there we go. Cold works. We're about to do that. This. Oh no, yeah, I mean radiation. Oops. This. And I got blast damage. Alright, toxin. Yeah, I got toxin. That's a combination element. And we got physical. Alright, interesting that I'm shooting the guy and the damage numbers have like a blast icon, despite my legs trying not even being capable of doing blast. I mean, yeah, from the augment, but like, whatever. Impact. I don't really have impact. I think I should probably run the latent pistol here, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Like this. Yeah, there we go. Electric. Yeah, I have electric. So I feel like you would just have a second weapon with, it's like, for example, if I have corrosive in my turret, I would just not have corrosive on my secondary. Maybe a different combination element and just swap between those. I feel like that would be the play. Alright, then. Alright, we can't melee or... So I feel like if you just run... I feel like if you just run the Toru, the latent, and then just, you know, maybe have a different combination element on the latent so you can utilize the elemental mods for damage, that would be pretty good. So like, for example, I could build mine without toxic and electric, because I have corrosive on this. So here we got magnetic, radiation. Alright, I cannot do toxic, we already tested that.
Is this a bad time?
What is it?
Blast, so we go 4 and 2, then we use an ability.
Let's crew must have figured out our bypass. It's realigning.
There we go, these are all of its
We've
shields.
got a few mortars left. Firing them all.
Sparky, running out of turret. You have to kill her now. You won't get another chance at this.
Suppressing fire.
This guy. I'm actually surprised that I'm not dying, you know? Like I felt like I would die more here. Alright. So it takes. Nice, I got down. Alright, so here we are after the mission. I don't think that was like I don't think that was like very good gameplay, but I mean, I'm here just showing off the capabilities of this mod. Let me leave the squad here. And I think maybe with some different weapons and some different modding, you could get better results. Like just straight up after this run, let me just like switch to. Let me just switch to a different weapon just so I can show you what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking that on your primary, if you're using a rifle, you would just go with a. Let's just see if there's a prime mod. If I can write, of course. So we only have a cold mod here on our primaries, right? So you could go like cold and toxin for viral. Where's toxin at? And toxin for viral. And then on your secondary, you would go and use the other primed damage mods. Just so that if you say you need the heat mod, so when you need the heat mod, you use the rifle, because if you use it on your secondary, you're just going to combine into your radiation, thus you don't get the actual element. So if I had heat on the Profit Taker, I would not be able to use my Lex Prime, so instead I would just use the... Well, I wouldn't use the Lex Prime nor the Cyber Riz, but you get my point, right? So again, if let's say I need a Toxin, and I'm using my primary here, I would just switch to my secondary, which would probably be the Latum. You can probably do something like this. Again, just go as high crit as you can. I think you can crit Profit Taker. Again, I'm not actually an expert running Profit Taker, but I think this augment is making Lavos a very capable Profit Taker killer. At least as like a as a casual player, I feel like this is going to make Profit Taker way more enjoyable for me. And I mean, it seems pretty nice, right? I got 200% damage buff that I can just spam. So yeah, in this, with this duration, I got like 30 seconds on it. I can choose any element I want. So like, for example, I could just straight up build for viral here. Just like, I don't know, go like this. And just go flat damage. So you could go like this, and then again, multi-shot or something. But yeah, those are my thoughts on this augment. I think it's really nice for Profit Taker. It's really nice for just regular gameplay in general as well. So what it seems to be doing, just like if you're still listening, I think it combines into your actual damage. But if you're fighting like normal enemies, and let's say I have this viral on and I'm running against normal enemies, if I put cold on my weapon from my ability, the enemy actually gets cold procs instead of viral. So you can get like cold and viral if you want. Just kind of interesting. But yeah, those are my overall thoughts. I think this augment is really nice. I mean, I literally just put a potato on Lavos, and I'm not really good at running Profit Taker, and I just got through that run. So yeah, hope you guys find good uses of it. I think it's really nice. So yeah, that's all. Have a good one.